Hey friends, we're going to work on another lesson in Module 4 today. And we know that Module 4 is the continents, what makes the world fascinating. And I posted a link for our 7 continent songs. It's by the group Silly Songs, and it's a great song to help you remember the names of all of the continents. We can take a look at our board today. We're going to look at our focusing question is, what interesting things can people do in Europe and Asia? We're going to go down here to our map of the continents, our map of the world, and I want you to look specifically at Europe and Asia. And if I'm looking at them, I'm thinking about what makes Europe and Asia different than some of the other continents. So you can take a look there, see if you notice what I'm wondering. Yeah, you're right. Look, Europe and Asia are touching. They share the same border, whereas if you look at Africa, North America, South America, North America, Australia, they might touch a tiny spot, but they're not connected like Europe and Asia are. It makes those continents a little bit special than the other ones. So let's go on to our content focus question, which is, what is happening in Europe? So today we're going to re-look at our book Europe by Rebecca Hirsch, and how she uses text features to help us understand key details in the story. So I'm going to take a seat here, and we're going to talk about 2 different text features today. We're going to talk about headings, and we're going to talk about table of contents. And so I printed out a picture of one of the headings pages in our book, Europe. And you can see that the heading looks different than the other words. It's a different color, and it's at the beginning or the top section of this page. And it tells you in a book when a new subject is about to start, or a new section of the book is about to start. It tells you the topic, and it helps you know what that part of the book is about. So the other thing that Rebecca Hirsch uses to help us is the table of contents. And these are used by informational texts. And when I was rethinking some of the lessons that I've done before, I feel like a couple times I've accidentally called these stories stories. They're actually informational texts. They give us information on Asia, the book on Asia, and this one on Europe. And the table of contents is a list of all the headings or section names in a text, and it makes finding information easier by telling the page number. So I'm going to have you zoom in here on this picture of the table of contents. So for example, if I wanted to know where I could find the section that was Welcome to Europe, I would slide my finger along these dots, and I would know that I would be able to turn on page 5 in the text. So let's turn to page 5 and see if that matches. It sure does. The heading is Welcome to Europe. We know that it starts on page 5 because the table of contents told us that. All right, now let's look again, zoom in here on our table of contents, and let's see, what if I wanted to go find more information about people of Europe? I would find where it says people of Europe, slide my finger over. What page would I go to? You're right, you would go to page 9. Good job, friends. Well, let's take a look today, friends, on page 15. We're going to go to this section of the book, Places to See, and I know it's going to be on page 15. So let me turn there. And when I'm thinking about it, friends, I'm wondering what the main topic of this is, Places to See. Well, the main topic is going to be about places to see in Europe. This book is about Europe. So let's read and find out some of the places to see, or the key details of this section. There are many things to see in Europe. People visit the beautiful parks and buildings in the cities. This caption tells us about this colorful dragon fountain in Barcelona, Spain. They visit Europe's museums to see art. There are famous paintings in the museums. Why do people in Europe go to museums? You're right, to see famous paintings and art. Good job. They come to see castles that were built long ago. This is the Egeskov Castle in Denmark and it has water all around it. So what did we learn today using the headings and the table of contents in this book and this section, Places to See in Europe? We learned that there are parks to visit, museums to visit, and there are even castles. That makes Europe really a fascinating and interesting place. All right, friends, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.